It's Angarid, and this is going to be my festival look. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to prime my eyes with some Stickum Silk Naturals. Don't want to get too much on there because I'll end up having creasing if I overdo it. And I'm going to link down below the other girls that did looks in this. I believe it was Celia's idea, the Homespun Mom, and I think it's a really good idea. I'm excited about it. I just kind of let that dry a little bit, get tacky. I don't have anything on my skin except a little bit of jojoba oil, so I'm going to top that with some sunscreen. You always want to have sunscreen. You're going to be outside at a festival. You know, you want to get it all over your face and all over your body and your ears and your neck. Because the sun is evil and it wants to pre-age us and it's bad for us. So this is, probably seen me use this before. It is my, excuse me, I'm drinking a Red Bull. My Raw Ceuticals, the Sun Ceuticals line. It's SPF 30. And I might actually link down below. I have a link to an article on Skin Deep about nanoparticles and how they're not all bad, because some sunscreens do, natural sunscreens contain nanoparticles, and I don't want you to get the wrong impression about them, because this one does, but they're not bad. So I think I'm going to link that article down below. Hopefully I can find it, and it kind of can teach you a little bit more about that. I haven't read it in a while, but I just remember learning a lot from it and then not being afraid of the sunscreen and embracing the sunscreen, which I think works really well with just a little bit of oil underneath it. It goes on really well. It doesn't leave a cast, even though it's a physical sunscreen, zinc and titanium dioxide. I mean, if you're really pale, you don't have to worry about it anyway, you know. You're just gonna show up like that, whether you're getting a white cast or not. Okay, so I think the Stickum's dry, or tacky. I'm going to go ahead and do a wash of a neutral color. I'm going to use Chai. It is a matte, neutral matte from Honeybee Gardens. And because it's matte, I have not pressed it, so I'm just using it right out of the, using the lid there. This is a Dalium Tool 781, and I'm just gonna put that all over the lid and up into the crease, and just a little bit above the crease as well. The look I'm gonna be doing is gonna be very tribal, I guess you would say. You know, not based on any particular tribe, Native American or anything, but just sort of inspired by that type of face decor, makeup, whatever you want to call it, look. I have here a picture that I'm referencing, and she has a lot of braids in her hair and a very lovely, she has some marks, some tribal type marks, so I'm gonna attempt to recreate those. I'm not an artist. I'm not great with symmetry. I can't cut a straight line to save my life. You know, like when you're cutting something out, I'm terrible at that. Hoping it stays in focus. It tends to clash with my background a little bit. So, Honeybee Gardens. Just blended that out. I really love this color. It's a great base, transition color, whatever you want to, however you refer to it. So this is going to be kind of an orange, bronzy orange look. So I'm going to take a little bit of Freesia in the color Game, and I'm going to put that on the lid. Basically just the whole lid. And this is a kind of a little bit of a burnt orange. If you pack it on there, you can make it a little brighter. So sparkly and nice. I think that basically I didn't purchase this full size. I got a couple samples when I ordered from her, and it ended up to be enough to like fill quite a bit of sweaty nose. Did your nose get itchy when you do your makeup? I'm always like sniffling and getting itchy nose. So I got quite a lot in the sample. It wasn't enough to press, but I don't mind using some of them loose. I just have pressed the majority of mine because I find them easier to work with that way. And I've had, I don't know if you're going to notice this, a red spot on my nose right here. Right in this area. Sorry, I'm flipping you off. I'm sorry. Right there. And I do not know. It's not a zit. I don't know what it is. I've been putting tea tree oil on it and some medication I had from a while back when I had like a face fungus happening. I don't know. It's weird. I'm just going to try to cover it up, I guess. Whatever. So now I'm going to take Harvest. I think next I'm going to use Pumpkin and Poppy Seduce Me, which is an orange. It's another kind of a burnt orange. I'm not sure if it's even going to be that much different. They're pretty close, actually. It's a little bit brighter. I'm going to put that on the front 2/3 of my lid. Let's brighten it up. This is from her Queen Anne collection. I also have the yellow shade in that. It's a collection that I quite like. I'm just going to blend a little bit here. This is a Delium Tool 785 blender brush. Okay, now I'm going to take Harvest Gold. It's a very bronzy color. Gorgeous. This is just a sample. I might end up getting the full size at some point. And I'm going to put this in the outer area because it's darker. It's a darker bronze. And I'm just using, this is an Everyday Minerals brush. It's just a flat. Now I'm going to take Honeybee Gardens Passage to India and darken up the outer corner a little bit more. It's just quite a bit darker, a little more brown. It's definitely still in the bronze family. Bronzy kind of orange. And I'm just trying to get in the socket here on the outer part of my eye without making a huge mess. And this is one that I pressed, and the Homespun Mum, Celia, sent this to me. It's a really lovely color. And I'm going to put a little bit of that under, and on the outer, just the very outer part, my under eye as well. Just to create a little more outer shadow and depth. I am by no means a professional, so I apologize if I sound with hubris at any point, because it's, you know, it's all just trial and error for me. I did try this look out before I decided to do it and to film it, because, you know, I wanted to be somewhat prepared. Okay, so I'm going to use the Zuzu Luxe liner in Luxor, which is one of my very favorite liquid liners. And it's this gorgeous bronzy color. It goes very well with this look. You can still see. I'm just going to go very close to the lash line, create a thin line all the way in. And it just adds a little something more. You can the bottom waterline with this Pixie Bright Eyes. It's just a bright flesh tone color. Bam! Oh, my back hurts from sitting this. I need more chair support. Okay, focus. Are we focused? Sorry, it goes out of focus a lot. And so I'm putting Luxar on the bottom lash, and I have a little bit of trouble doing this for some reason. I guess because my lash is kind of getting in the way, but also this applicator is a little bit funky. It's a little bit bent. My other one, my other Zuzu Lux one in Tar Egg, which is just a brown, that one is not bent, but this one is, so it's a little harder. I don't put it on the bottom that often, but since I'm doing a little bit more of an extreme look here, I'm going to go ahead and put it under there. Also, I'm going to go ahead and add some glitter, and I'm going to do this before I do mascara or false lashes or anything, and then I'll probably have to put some more on after I do the false lashes. Now this is by e.l.f. and it's just a liquid. It's a gold, it's kind of a bronze gold glitter. Glitter liner. I'm just going to pop that on top of the eye there. What I really like about this is that it's in its own liquid, so it's not going to splatter all over my face like I got attacked by Tinkerbell, which is not, you know, I hate it when I get glitter all over my face, because then you can't, it's like you can't get it off. It's not like regular fallout. You can't, I mean, like, it's just, oh, you can get there in there with your nails and you still can't get rid of it sometimes, so there's that. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows, because they kind of look non-existent at the moment, and I do that very simple process. For me, I always use Golden Blonde from Silk Naturals. It's just a powder. It's not very golden. To change the mood, make myself look really angry or something. Sorry, I have to make sure I'm in focus. You know, like super villain eyebrows sometime. It might be kind of fun. And it's funny, growing up, I didn't use makeup a whole lot, but I absolutely never put anything in my eyebrows ever, and I never would have. I was like, I didn't like eyebrows. I thought emphasis on eyebrows was unattractive. And in the 90s, really thin eyebrows were really in. Like, if you watch Drew Barrymore in a movie in the 90s, she has like just a little strip line of eyebrow, like, she used to pluck the crap out of them, I'm pretty sure. But that was the style, you know? So that's when I was a teenager. So I was really not, I was not into eyebrows showing up. And then when I would have to put something in them to do a play or something, I was like not happy about it. And I thought it looked weird, and I was like, this is wrong. I remember there was one play that I did where I had black hair for it, because I was playing this Russian villain. It was this crazy comedy, and so my hair was black, and they wanted to, you know, I had to make my eyebrows match, and I was just like, oh, this looks so ridiculous. And then when I saw pictures later, it didn't really look that ridiculous. I mean, it was from stage, you know, so like I've said, it always looks different that way, but I just did not like it. I never liked having visible eyebrows, I guess. But no, I like it. I like Think It Frames Your Face. Not too long ago, I got some brow powder and I started doing it, filling it in. But I like them real natural. I just really don't. Some people like to get real in there and make them real defined, and that's cool. That's cool if that's what they like and that's what they want to do. I just like them natural. Oh, Red Bull break. Okay. Now I shall do the face. Alright. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix some Christopher Drummond concealer. One little pump here. With some Cowgirl Dirt Cream foundation. I'm going to go in on my nose where it's currently the reddest. I'm going down here. Over here. So this is my Layer M powder foundation. The color I use is W3. And I'm just taking my Sigma Kabuki brush here. I'm probably gonna need something else on my nose because it's still red. But I'll get to that. I'm gonna blend this a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna do a brow bone highlight. Probably just use Sassy from Balm Nude Tube palette. It's just a nice white, has a little bit of shimmer. I'm going to take my Pumpkin and Poppy Oak Bark contouring powder, my little contouring brush that I like to use. This is the Everyday Minerals little brush. I'm going to take some blush. This is going to be Girl Friday from Everyday Minerals. Take this big giant blush brush from Real Techniques, which is very soft and I like it. For powder blushes, it's not effective for cream blushes at all, but for this, it works well. And this blush is so humongous that if I needed one blush to last me the rest of my life, I think this could do it. And it wasn't that expensive. Girl Friday, look how gigantic this is. I don't know exactly huge. Okay, and then I'm gonna scratch my nose again before I go in with my Physicians Formula Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls and Translucent Pearl. And I'm gonna highlight just here, top part of the cheek, and sort of upper crevice by my eye. And I'm gonna do my chin. And because I'm so pale, basically this just adds a little kind of a shimmer, just something for the light to nicely reflect off of. I like how this one turns out. And sometimes I'll put Lady of Light, Pumpkin and Poppy cream highlighter on top of that or underneath it, either way. But I'm going to use this e.l.f. brown liner because it has a really thin applicator brush. That's like the thinnest one I have in order to do these marks. So okay. Gonna put false eyelashes on, be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I put some Ardell Adore lashes in the style Mia on my eyes. And on my lips I'm wearing Lime Crime in Salem and then Clean Cauldron in Nymph. I hope you like it. It definitely makes my teeth look white. Oh. When I get it off my teeth. There we go. So, not perfectly symmetrical, but I don't know, I like it. I think it turned out pretty cool. Eyelashes are so tough. Oh, I forgot to do bottom lash. So, I hope you like my tribal look, and I decided that I'm gonna show you some outfit choices, so that's coming up, and I hope you decide on one that you like. And then I also got a lipstick by them, and it's called Seduction. So I'm going to put that on in a few minutes. Then I got the mascara, the black tea mascara from 100% Pure. I also got this on eBay, and the seller was really good. It was completely